Thank you so much, Seth, for talking with me today and agreeing to put on a workshop, Exquisite Attunement for IFSLA.
Thank you so much for having me. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Tell us a little bit about what we're going to be doing for 2 days and why we need to be there.
For me, my whole work with people with IFS, the more and more I do my own personal work, I see how much my parts really needed exquisite attunement to really feel seen, to have somebody really be with, to really be understood. And I notice how when I can help clients be that for their parts, even though that's what we all do in IFS, but I've noticed there's even like deeper levels that we could go, which to me, if I look at it from a theoretical stance, I'm assuming means we're just more self-energy, even more self-energy, and even more self-energy. I noticed that for one, parts really are willing to heal, willing to be retrieved, willing to unburden, even so much more quickly when they feel that exquisite attunement. And I think even like as clients are in our presence as practitioners or therapists, there's a certain like level of holding that we can all deepen so that when people sit with us, their parts are like who are looking and wondering who is this person, like they can sense that we're here to understand and we're here to listen at a deeper level than maybe they're used to, and maybe even a deeper level than um, like we're all trained to do that, and that's a skill we all have. But I'm hoping to take it deeper. Um, and even my research when I did a PhD in organization management. Like I'm always leaning towards how do you create safety so people can actually be themselves and they can say the things they want to say. So how do we do that at work? How do we do that with our kids? How do we even set that up for our clients? Do they really feel safe to say what they need to say? Do their parts feel safe to say what they need to say? So creating like a psychological climate of safety is like a passion of mine. Um, and because I really have leaned towards infant and toddler, like caregiving is one of my specialties as well. I used to be a preschool teacher. I worked with Head Start programs, birth to six. It's so funny because I'm realizing so much of this is what my own parts needed. But to the way we attune to those young ones, to infants and toddlers, even without words, there's a certain energetic level of them feeling us being present with them and us sensing needs, even if they don't have words. So, like true attachment caregiving, in my opinion, is it's almost an energetic sensing of what children need, of what our parts need, what other people's parts need even before they speak it, there's a way of sensing. So I'm really hoping almost like people's antennas for sensing or their ways of attuning with their own parts and ways of helping clients attune with their own parts is at a higher level. So that's why I call it exquisite attunement. Like it's almost like when I hear exquisite attunement, I think of like this beautiful, like, oh, I can finally breathe because you get me. Like you are so locked into me that all my protectors can relax. All my exiles are looking like, hey, this feels really warm and sweet. um, it's almost even hard to talk about. Like it's almost like I want people to experience it. So as we are together, I want to create like some discussion and some teaching, but really create exercises so that people can be that way with their parts so they could feel it. The first day is all around how do we gain that kind of attunement with our own parts.
Right.
And then day two would be how do we really kind of help support our clients and being there with them and helping them be that way for their parts. And within that, hopefully all those little extra things that we talked about, like bringing in like the mystical side of IFS, because so much of this is like what happens when our guides are here with me. How am I with my parts? You know, what happens if there's other energies inside of me? How am I with my parts? So a lot of it for me is really the spiritual side of like ramping up self energy. Are there ways of even kind of bringing in a more higher concentration of self energy when we need it to be able to attune? Um, And for me, this idea of being with, and we use that term a lot in IFS, like I feel like that is what I love to help promote at a deeper level.
Yeah, so our 2-day exquisite attunement, the art of IFS, is not a training per se, it's an experience, a
Right,
deep experience of attuning to ourselves and to our clients and each other.
right. And hopefully we will feel that, within our group. And it's like our parts will like almost use it as an anchor. Like now we know maybe we've touched a little higher level of attunement with each other or safety.
Mm.
That's like my goals. Like even if you felt the most safe environments in the world, let's just either match that or even make it even safer if we can. But just to have that loving space. So then we know when we're the client, like I know what that feels like. Am I there?
The workshop is May 3rd and 4th, 2024, and it'll be live on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll also be recording it. And there'll be CEs available for anyone who's trying to get certified in the IFS track.
Yeah. And we'll do like 6 hours pretty much a day. So we'll have like 3 hours and a break in 3 hours. Is that right?
I think we'll do an hour and a half, 15-minute break, hour and a half, lunch.
Lunch.
Yeah.
Jen and I have been talking how there's like this sacred kind of thing about all these threes involved, right?
Right.
So there's like we're trying to build in this like a sacred space for you.
Oh, come and join. Drink from the well. I can't wait.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
so great.